morning, Santa Barbara teen sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Saul, the Queen of Teen at KZSB AM 1290. We welcome you all to join us
every single Tuesday,
9 a.m. right after the news. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all the people and all the wonderful businesses that support those athletes. That said, Doctor's in the room. Dr. D, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. You know, that opening makes me think of Robin Williams from
Vietnam.
From that movie. Yes, exactly.
We're not in Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in Santa Barbara.
Good morning, Santa Barbara.
I know. We love Santa Barbara.
Oh, yeah.
We love Santa Barbara.
Stuff.
We love the businesses and the people that support those teen athletes, and we have a couple of those coming in today.
Yeah.
First of all, I have to give thanks to Thomas Drywall. He's up on the site, and he put in $100 to the United Boys and Girls Club. Woo! Thomas Drywall! Now, listen, if you look in the... I don't know if he's... I think he has a website. Mm-hmm. But we want to do the Thomas. We want to do Pat Thomas. There's a lot of Thomases out there. But Patrick Thomas is the one who's got that ad up there. And he's the one who donated the money to United Boys and Girls Club. So if anybody's listening to this and they get a hold of or see him or do a work with him, thank him. Because that's what this is about. And then we have another guy in the quiet room. And we go back. This guy and I.
How far?
30 years.
That far?
31 years. Yeah. We started together in insurance business. 18.
And hours?
42. I don't know. You're scaring me. So we've had a great journey in this life. And what he's done also, he's did an ad, and he doesn't even know he did an ad, but he's going to do an ad if he hasn't done an ad. But he's also going to be putting money up, and we'll let him decide where he wants to put it. But that's Ray Stevens, owner of Stevens and Associates. Let's talk about Ray Stevens. Put your hands together. Woo! All right, and Dominique, who'd you bring today?
I brought my trainer, Stephani Miller.
Wow! So you're going to give her all your credit for how you look.
Absolutely. Oh, my God. She is
I like it when you tap your tummy. I got a 2-pack. I'm teasing you. Oh, you're going to, hit me. Look at that. Well, because you're my health coach. You know what's funny about having a health coach? So we go to Namita, right? Namita. We all know Namita. Namita's cuisine. I'm dying. Okay? So we go to Namita. We pick up the food. Okay? We go home, and I go, you want to stop grab something to eat. And she goes, yeah, let's go, let's eat. So all of a sudden, she's got that saffron rice. Brian, you know about this.
Yes, saffron rice is famous.
Come on now. Brian Falk, put your hands together. Woo, hi.
Good morning. Yes. You're just getting started.
I know. I'm really excited to see you.
Saffron rice.
Yeah. So we got this plate, right? We're doing the saffron rice. So, and then she no saffron rice for you.
What?
She took it away from me. No rice.
You tried eating it all, didn't you?
Well, no.
I
just looked at it. I felt she goes. Then she said she felt bad, so she gave me this. Like those salt spoons. Yeah. That has 2 kernels of rice. Right. And it being funny. Okay. And then she like a salt spoon, of rice. And I look at that. Maybe in the land of the giants or something, it'd been great if I was one of those little people. Okay. I mean, that would have been a harvest. Okay. But I'm just sitting there looking at it oh man, denied.
She's compensating for your huge portions you're attempting to eat.
No. Well, she has the 2-pack, so she can do that. So whatever. So anyway, but then she let me have a little.
You're lucky you're too far for me to hit you.
I know,
it is summer. It is time to fast.
That's why you pay me the big dollars. And I'm like, okay. So, all right. Back over to Brian.
Yes. Why back over? Good.
School?
School's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, Pacifica Graduate Institute. Learn all kinds of wonderful things there.
Yeah. What are you studying?
Psychology.
Oh.
Somatic depth psychology, to be exact.
Somatic depth psychology.
Can you follow that out there? No.
So
kids, it's the next level. After you go to college and you go to grad school, learn how to deal with people's brains and minds and souls and all that kind of beautiful stuff.
So you want to go deeper than that because it's not mystical.
It's not.
It's the depth of the brain.
Yeah, we're working with the body. Right. You can't do psychology without the body. Those things are together. So that's a huge piece. That's the somatic piece. So anybody that's interested in psychology that also wants to bring in the body, that's a great program to do. We focus on the unconscious, so the dreams, imagination, images.
So, nice. Brian, tell me about your mother and how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. That's a whole other case. Step into my office. We'll talk about it.
I think that works well with what you do, being an acupuncture. Let's tell the folks where you're located.
I'm in Carpinteria. I'm right downtown, 4943 Carpinteria Avenue.
Nice.
A lot of people don't know much about depth psychology, but it fits in well with what I do. I work with people's bodies and their minds and their emotions and their deepest fears and desires in this life. So it all kind of works together. So it's a nice addition.
Yeah, and You're actually my acupuncturist, and I get
You're
a
due
big
for a treatment, huh?
I know,
Ankles.
big
Come on.
bang for the buck with you,
playing-
though. Seriously. What's really nice about Brian is he actually is with you for the whole hour. A lot of times you'd be going to get a treatment, you get treated, and then not that you're abandoned. Do you know what I mean? So I get to be stuck with Brian for that whole hour.
Literally
So
stuck.
really, literally stuck.
You want some needles now? You ready?
It's
It's been hot in here. Come on.
Definitely. But no, he's thank you very much for everything.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, for this last year, it's been definitely a value add in my life. So thank you for that.
very welcome.
We've got Hallie Magee.
Yeah, I'm good. I haven't been here for a whole 2 weeks.
I know.
I've
you're
missed the
playing
energy.
basketball.
I know. I got to spend 5 days last week at a basketball camp called PGC, and I've never experienced something like I experienced last week. They focused on the mental aspects of of basketball, and they focused on how you want to achieve success. And we didn't even go over drills, or we didn't even discuss skill sets. We discussed mindsets. And so we even took notes. I have about 30 pages of notes that I took from my basketball camp last week, and it was
Wow.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So it's all about, so you actually have somebody in there, a performance trainer, a mental, somebody to help you with that aspect of the...
Yeah.
So it's not just physical anymore, is what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and it was 4-5 days dedicated just to that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, how complicated is basketball that you have 30 pages of notes? I
Very
don't quite
complicated.
understand.
I didn't even think of the stuff that they talked about. They talked about the little skills, like, well, we have all these names. So like fake sandwich. So that's pump faking, dribbling, pump faking again, and going up for the layup. And then we also have, I don't even know. There were so many. We have race car, which is a whole dynamic for how you fast break and how you run the ball up the court. And then you have, there were a lot.
Basically, you don't have your notes with
gotta
you.
You're working with metaphors and images. It helps,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
It really does.
We got to bring in Andy Gill in the house. Put your hands together for Andy. All right, basketball coach for Santa Barbara High School. Now, 2 days he's going to be starting over at San Marcos High School. And what do you like about this race car and this double beef sandwich or whatever she's talking about?
Well, PGC was actually a camp that I went to about 15 years ago, and PGC actually stands for Point Guard College.
Oh.
So that last letter, the C, is big time because that's where we're actually doing the classroom work, the studying the game.
Nice.
Learning how to talk to kids. I'm actually going to be a guest coach at
Oh,
that
that's
camp
awesome.
next year.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So-
My favorite
guest
part was
coach.
probably
Yeah.
the film sessions. We got to study film from professional college levels, and they would show us the film, and then an hour later we'd go out on the court and we'd try to replicate that.
Dominique, add on to that, because that's all about how everybody learns individually. So if you're going to be doing the visualization and you're a visual learner, I mean, studying film is awesome, because I could give you the ball and teach, have you go through the motor skills all day long, but then you see somebody else do it, and then bam, it connects.
Yeah, that's how I
Dominique,
learn.
Yeah.
There's a huge part when you're watching someone else do it, you're going to be able to mimic it because you're seeing it and you're feeling it. So it goes beyond what you're thinking, and it's actually affecting your nervous system.
Yeah,
Nice.
our mentor actually had us close our eyes at one point during one of the lecture halls, and he said he explained to us a situation that had nothing to do with basketball, but it had everything to do with basketball at the same time. So it was really cool.
Nice. All right, we've got 1 minute left. Dominique, what's the mantra for the week?
Mantra for the week is let Erica be Erica. What I mean by that is...
Get out of her way.
Jesus, Mary Joseph. I need help.
What I mean is, for all of us, we need to let ourselves be ourselves. So let Dominique be Dominique. Let just relax and be okay with who you are. Don't try to put a mask on. Just simply relax and be okay with the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you're having in the present moment. And just relax into that. Because when we put too much energy into trying to be something else other than what we are in the present moment, we're losing it. We really want to be in the present moment, enjoy this moment. So let Erica be Erica.
Go ahead.
And as a receiver, likewise, let other people be themselves as well. You cannot control anybody else in this world. You can only be yourself. So might as well just make the best you.
Yeah.
Aw.
So when we're authentic in ourselves, it gives the opportunity for everyone we're with to be authentic.
It's like a kumbaya moment. Let's all have like a family hug right now. I'm going to do that family hug, but it's go time. Dr. D is saying we got to get out of the house. This is Erica Saul, the Queen of Teen. We will be back with more after these messages.
You're the best around. Nothing
We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salt of Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. Well, I am going to start first, and I am going to welcome warmly a guy that I've known for over 30 years, coach of the freshman San Marcos High School football team, Ray Stevens. How you doing, Ray?
I'm doing very good. Glad to be here.
Yes. Ray, you and I go back a long, long time, but Dominique is like waving me down. All right, go ahead. You have a question really fast. All right, what do you want to say?
I have to hear it, all right? I have to hear it from you because I've heard whispers and everything, but I need to hear the real story. I got to hear the peanut story.
Oh, God, that has nothing to do with Teen Sports Radio. Well, we'll see.
It is actually a good story because that was about 30 years ago in there when we were very poor at the time, and we would work in insurance. We would go out and see people. We went to Guadalupe, which was quite up in Santa Maria, and I just remember it was about 7 o'clock at night. We haven't had anything to eat all day because we had no money to eat, so we just had to keep working. And so long, we go into this little old lady's house, and we're sitting at the table presenting to her, and she has this great big bowl of peanuts.
So this is you and Erica, right?
Yes, me and Erica are sitting at the table. I'm presenting to this lady. Erica's kind of training with me that day, and the thing is, and she's probably wondering why we never ate. And I told her we have no money, so pretty easy not to eat.
We didn't sell anything. You don't eat. So I gotta say, I get in the car at 7 a.m. and he said, "Listen, how I work is we don't eat unless I make money." And I'm like, "All right." So 7 o'clock at night,
so
I'm like,
we still haven't made money.
That good.
So the thing is, so we're sitting there talking to this little old lady, and she, so she's going to buy. And so she's going to go back into her bedroom. Sitting on the table is this great big thing of peanuts, and Erica keeps looking at the peanuts, and I know what she's going to do. And so the lady goes outside of the room and going to get her cards and her checkbook and everything. And so Erica's just eating all these peanuts and everything, and I'm thinking,
starving.
Oh, no, we're going to get in trouble. And this lady comes around the corner and says, "Ha, I caught you." And I thought, oh, man, now we ain't eating nothing. She's going to throw us out of here. And she goes, "I'll tell you, young lady, I used to eat those peanuts like that too. But now all I do is I suck all the chocolate off of them, spit them in that bowl you're eating out of."
True story. I've never seen a grown man cry with laughter. That was like the first time. And then 30 years, it just always comes up. And then I've seen it, like stories like this posted on Facebook and because
she wasn't quite so hungry after that.
I haven't had a peanut since. Yeah. So that's about it. So, all right, all funniness aside. Ray Stevens, you've been with the program for how long?
I've been San Marcos, probably for 13, 14 years.
Nice. So you're just dealing with the freshmen?
Yeah, I only do freshmen. That's the only thing I want to do.
Great. And your son now is also assisting.
Yeah, and I'm fortunate that my younger son, Jason, is actually down, and he's coaching the defensive backs this year, so, which is good.
Very nice. So as far as San Marcos, you've got that beautiful facility. You've got these incoming freshmen. So what would you say? Do you see any differences in the freshmen from when you started to now, or what?
Yeah, I think every year I love coaching freshmen because I love the fact of new kids coming in, new opportunities. Seeing kids that are just kind of filling high school out. But it's also, I think this year I'm probably blessed with probably the most talented group of kids I've had in a long, long time, and smart kids. So,
absolutely, that's great. Did you ever get a chance to coach Alex Mack?
I did coach Alex Mack, yes.
Okay.
I didn't actually coach him at the freshman. I come in the year after Alex Mack was freshman.
Oh, wow, okay.
But I did coach Alex, because I would, at times I would be in charge of them.
Absolutely, and that guy's a monster and a great representative of Santa Barbara.
Oh, one thing I can always tell you this: I can remember with Alex Mack and Dale Perizzola, quite a few of those guys that I would send them to run the hills, because one of them would do something or whatever. And so you just send them run them; they just go run them. You never had to worry about it. They ran those hills, come back. Hey, what do you want us to do next?
Absolutely.
So it was never a question. I mean, it was. You always knew that he was going somewhere.
All right. So as a new guy to San Marcos, I'm going to be starting pretty soon. Mm-hmm. You have two guests with you.
Absolutely.
What should I know about them before I actually start working with them?
I think that we have Anthony. Anthony comes in right now, is working at quarterback.
Nice.
In there. So
how you doing, Anthony? Put your hands together for Anthony.
I'm doing really good.
Quarterback. Wow.
It's been a fun experience doing freshman ball with Coach Stevens and everyone else on the team. it's just been really fun.
Are you a ninth grader? Incoming ninth grader?
Yeah, incoming ninth grader at San Marcos. Gonna play football all 4 years and maybe play college ball. I don't know yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Locklina Junior High. That was really fun over there. I went there with Mark. I played last year with Mark too on another football team. Our coach Polly last year was really fun. It's a whole nother experience though, playing at the next level, high school. So it should be fun with a new league competition.
Absolutely.
All right, great. Well, we won't ask you this now, but I'm going to give you some thought here during the break. And when we come back, I want you to give me 3 words to describe your coach, okay? And I always do this. Don't say...
You might want not want those coach.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do that. So, like the boys that you have underneath you, were you a QB in when you played? Was it not Pop Warner or whatever? It's not YFL.
I've never played I played maybe about a few games quarterback.
Nice.
Not too much, so it's a new experience for me.
Okay, cool. So, what do you like about the position?
Field general, really taking the leadership. It's just a lot of fun.
Nice.
So you must have an arm on you though, right?
Yeah, I've been working on that with Coach Stevens.
Great.
Absolutely. Cool.
So do you have your own... Ray, do you have a quarterback coach for him? Or how's
I am the quarterback coach.
Whoa, you're the quarterback coach!
Yeah,
Wow.
So that's either good or bad, but definitely that I work with the quarterbacks. That's pretty much where we work every chance we get. So.
Hey, but are you going to play defense at all, or are they just having you on offense?
Really, that's up to coach to decide. I'm also doing cornerback.
Nice.
But probably won't be playing it too much. It's up to coach to decide.
All right.
I'm playing.
Decided that.
All right. Because I know a lot of guys do double.
Especially in high school.
Yeah, especially in high school.
I feel like as a cornerback, you can kind of read the quarterback better than most others. So you can pick off a few passes.
That's true, huh?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, let's take a short little break. All right, we've got so much to go, and Dr. D is giving me a little smushy sign. So this is Erica Salda. We will be back very soon after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I'm your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
at 9 a.m. right after the news. All right, next up, Mark Herrera. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? All right,
Yeah.
So what position do you play, Mark?
I play offensive line and defensive line. So
Offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah.
Okay, which one do you like better?
defense.
Defense, yeah? And why?
Because it's more easier and
Oh, it's easier. Nice.
and more fun to do, rush
Right.
the offensive line.
So, but you got to protect your boy there, don't you? Anthony, if you're on the offense, right?
Yeah.
So, you guys want to stay, tight. You don't want to say, okay, come on by. No, I'm just kidding. So, you got to be nice, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Anthony, he has to be nice, right? You got to be nice to that line.
Yeah, if I'm not nice at
I
line, they
always
won't
hear
be
these
nice to me.
professional football stories, with these quarterbacks and everything. I mean, they totally take care of their front line. I mean,
Yeah.
Christmas presents, you got to know everybody's birthday. Do you know that?
Yeah, you got to be
No.
really nice to your line. If you're not nice, they won't protect you. You'll be on your back
That's
24/7.
right. And we want to stay away from everybody's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's just death. You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
look at anybody's girlfriend. You know what I mean? You got to stay away from everything.
Yeah.
All right? Andy, you had a question. Huh?
Yes. So, high school athletics is all about the academic side first. What is your favorite subject in school? And what are your goals after high school?
After high school, I'm not sure yet about my plan after high school, but my favorite subject at school is probably lunch.
Nice.
Yeah! Put your hands together for lunch! Put your hands together for Namita's rice that I am dreaming about now for 2 days. Okay.
No, if I could have advice for you too, I would say enjoy freshman year while you can, because junior year it's not very fun. It's not terrible, but I would say freshman year was probably my favorite. It It was
It's
the best.
funny too because it goes by so fast, and you're so
it
scared
really does.
all the way through as being a freshman.
Yeah.
You know, because La Colina, and then and going to San Marcos, the amount of just kids and the space and the whole thing, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you blink and it's over.
Yeah.
And then,
as a freshman, I wanted it to be over, and now as a junior, going to be a senior this year, I'm not ready for it yet.
I hear you. Fantastic. All right, so what happened during the break? We had our resident acupuncturist, Brian Falk. He provided service to Dominique. Did you have? Yes?
I am pinned.
You got pinned. There you got filamented. Yeah? That's it. Brian, what did you do? Here, grab up on the mic.
Well, I just put a couple points in her arms, and she's
in my head.
In her head, yeah. Just.
So tell me the meridians you hit.
Those are actually nice points for anybody in school and the athletes, because the points on the head, and you don't have to have needles. Actually, you guys, you can massage your head. There's points on the head that relax and help with concentration. So before and after a practice or game or a test, you can massage your head, and it actually helps with just calming down and chilling out. So that's what I put on yours, is just a relax point.
I love it. Yeah. The interesting thing is I'm actually kind of petrified of needles, and yet I find acupuncture really relaxing.
Yeah, it's one of the great paradoxes. The Chinese love paradoxes. It's hot but yet cold, high but yet low.
That's very funny. Okay, in addition, as you were doing that, you gave me some oil that I put all on. I feel like a fruit tree. Yeah. So, what?
Well, we've been playing with essential oils in the studio here for the last couple months, and I gave you some wild orange. It's great for the summertime. It's cooling. It helps just activate the senses. It makes you more awake and a little alert.
And it's nice because these are edible, right?
Some of them are. Yeah, you gotta be careful with essential oils, but the citrus ones are in small doses. They're edible. You can put them in water or put them in your food.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Did you pass some? Oh, okay. The boys are passing. How do you like that? I think if you guys all put up on there, wipe your face, and then,
No, seriously, one of my patients actually has a son in high school. I can't remember where, but she gave him to the team before one of their games, and it totally helped the players focus and concentrate. Now all the kids are using the oil. I think it was peppermint or lavender, one of those, and everyone on the team is using them now. So if you find oil that you like, that you resonate with, that smells good to you, start playing with it and see if that helps.
Well, I notice when I'm stressed out or nervous, if I take a really nice smelling oil and put it on my wrist and just smell it for a little bit, it calms my whole nervous system down.
Yeah.
Can you explain why that is?
The subtleties of smell go right to the brainstem. It bypasses our thinking mind, the frontal cortex, and it's one of the oldest senses in our bodies, the olfactory, the sense of smell. And there's something about breathing in a certain fragrance that goes directly to the nervous system, and seems the body responds really well to it. We're animals, we're mammals, and smells are one of our oldest senses. So there's something related there.
So it's actually hitting the limbic brain. And,
yes, exactly.
And I feel safer.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think the whole defensive line should be. You know what I'm saying?
I think the locker room could use that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And all different kinds of fragrances. All right, so I asked these two guys to, give me 3 words to describe their coach. So we're going to start with the QB here. Anthony, give me 3 words to describe your coach.
Fun.
Fun.
Happy.
Happy.
Trying to think of one more.
Okay.
Nice.
Not fun, happy, nice. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Why? What was he talking to you at the break? He asked both of you guys to go outside. All right? Did he fish you those words or no? I'm just kidding.
No, it's just how he is. He's always happy at practice.
Nice. Oh. What kind of football coach are you? I've never even heard it. He'd be a happy guy.
We haven't started to get to the games and everything.
Yeah, I guess he just doesn't want anybody to leave before before he gives out the jerseys, because that's extra paperwork. Whatever. Okay, Mark, give me 3 words.
Funny.
Funny.
And
happy.
Yeah. Happy.
No, just kidding. I'm kidding. No, seriously, you could do whatever you want. Pick another word.
And awesome.
Awesome. Oh my God, this is not fun for me at all. I know, exactly. God, I liked it when Sal Rodriguez, he brought out his Laguna Blanca team. One kid goes, vicious. I cried. I cut that little piece out and I made it part of our 3rd year birthday. Sal Rodriguez is vicious. I couldn't believe it. All right, cool. Hallie, you have a question?
You always know coming into football, it's always nice at the first. Hopefully it stays nice at the end. So
and you're going to be knowing his shoe size, okay, after the first game. How about that, all right? Oh, my God.
So who are you guys opening up with? You guys play pretty soon?
We actually scrimmage next Friday. Next Friday we have a red and blue scrimmage, which is inter-squad scrimmage, and then the following Thursday we have a scrimmage against Santa Maria. So
Fantastic. You ready?
I'm looking forward to those scrimmages. It should be fun. Test us how good we are, and it should.
Any predictions? You're the QB. Come on now.
It all depends on how their defense is set up too. If they have good corners, good linebackers.
Okay, excuses. What? Tell me what. give me what your record's going to be, because it's
our record.
Nobody listens to this show. Don't worry about it.
I'm hoping our record will be past the school record, 8-2 or go 10-0.
Ooh. 8-2 or go 10-0. Nice.
The school record for freshmen for San Marcos High School is 7-3, and we've tied that in 13, 14 years. Tied that 3 times.
Nice.
We're hoping to beat that this year. So if we can get 8-2, we'll be very satisfied. 10-0 would be great, but
no 9-1.
Yeah, they will.
9-1 too.
Anything better than 7-3 will be fine with me.
Who's your biggest competition?
Well, I think we actually have a lot of new schools. I mean, we have Templeton that we're playing this year. That's going to be a challenge for San Marcos because Templeton's not a pushover. So, and we have, so we have a few, but always Buena, Ventura, DP, and Santa Barbara are all going to be challenges. So, no doubt about it.
So is this group of freshmen, do you have any size on it, Ray? Are you fast or are you big?
No, I think that we are skilled. I would probably use that. I think we're probably average in size. We're not, I've had bigger teams, but I think that we are pretty intelligent and pretty athletic. So I think that we're going to be able to have a little bit of speed, and we're also going to be able to move people around.
Nice.
So,
how many kids tried out for the team?
Well, right now we have, I think, 36 kids on the roster. So it's a lot smaller. Last year, I think there was 55 on the roster at this time.
Okay.
So it's smaller, but I would say that it is probably the most athletic team in
there's no cuts in San Marcos football, is there?
I don't make any. I mean, the only cut would be is if you don't show up after a while, then you would cut yourself. But other than that, as long as you show up, you follow the rules. And
great. Who do you have an assistant aside from your son?
Oh, yeah. There's my son, who is Jason. I have Jack Coy, who is the offensive line coach and we've been coaching together for years and years. We're blessed to also have Dare Holdren, who used to be the varsity head coach of San Marcos High School and is defensive coordinator. His dad, who is Ed Holdren, who the Holdrens have been in sports and athletics here in Santa Barbara forever, is coaching with me. And Manuel Robledos, which Manuel was with Santa Barbara High School forever. So, we probably have the most talented, most knowledgeable coaches of any freshman team I know of. So, I think those kids are blessed to also have.
Well, in a couple of months, please come back.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Bring a couple more of your players.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll see if they still have those 3 nice words.
Exactly. Yeah, that. And I like to hear 8-2. 8-2 is sticking with me right now. I'm feeling it. All right. If it comes back at 8-2, that would be good. All right. Thank you both, you guys, for being here. And I'm going to get some T-shirts to you all. And Ray, love you. All right, what else can I say? My dear friend. All right, we're going to take a little break. All right, we got a lot more. Stay tuned for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Team Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Sola, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. Again, thanks to all the teens, the athletes, the community, and the businesses that support those teen athletes. And where else are we, Dominique?
Hey, we are on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and TeenSportsRadio.com.
That's very cute. Oh, Hallie, you nailed it.
Thank you.
For Hallie,
Thank you.
Why am I the only one clapping?
I got needles in me.
We switched roles.
I know. I like that. That's what we do. We go with it.
You got to be ready for it.
You know how we practice everything. Every single day we practice.
Yes.
Dominique, who did you bring today? All I know is every Wednesday you work out and you come home if I pop in to say hi to you, I look around and I've never seen, you're smiling like a Cheshire cat. What is up with that smile?
I brought you my really good friend, Stephani Miller, and she is my trainer. And I was introduced to Stephani from Dr. Michael Luan. And Stephanie's specialty for me is that she's helping me with my posture, and she's also helping me
stand up straight. Right? God, come on.
Really slouching.
Oh my goodness.
She's helping me with my muscles in that she's isolating my stronger muscles and getting my weaker muscles to work out. And I never realized. I've done gym workouts, I've done circuit training, I've done running, I used to play soccer. So I have an athlete's body. I used to do ballet for 7 years.
And you're a great swimmer.
And I'm a great swimmer. Thank you. I'm going to meet you next time. But I didn't realize my muscular imbalance until I started working with Stephani. And so what she does is she literally works me through exercises such that I work smarter and harder in isolated movements. And what I have experienced, I now have a line going down the middle of my abs. I've had 5 kids, and I have never had the body that I have now. So I am so grateful to Stephani. But also, she specializes also in being able to help people who've hurt themselves. And I literally had a shoulder injury that I thought I would always have for the rest of my life. And she has helped work my shoulder muscles back into place. And so she does stretching as well as getting me to exercise.
Nice. Well, John, my youngest son went to her, and for a 19-year-old, if he comes back and he's like, wrenched, dripping, right? And he goes, yeah, she knows her stuff. I'm like, all right, for a guy to say that, because it was like not that he hasn't ever trained with a female before, but it's like, you have to be that special female to keep my son's attention at a certain, because it's like I almost had to pay him exactly what I had to pay you for him to go, and he gave me the money back, which is really nice, because I said, if she's not worth every dime, I will double it, okay? And it's like, oh, please, Lord, dear Lord. So I did get the money back. So thank you, Stephani. Nice. Thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you for that warm welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having me here.
Nice.
And Stephani has her own story. How you came to do fitness, I would love if you would share.
I grew up as an athlete as well. Played softball and volleyball my entire life. But I always was the short girl on the team and had to jump to do everything. And on a lot of those jumps, I would land and sprain my ankle. And that's what led me down this path in injury rehabilitation. I actually met Dr. Michael Luan as I was hobbling away from the softball field with another sprained ankle, completely frustrated. And he asked me if I wanted to learn how never to injure myself again. And so I said, absolutely yes. And he basically taught me how the body works, how joints move, the way they're supported through strength and flexibility. And it just clicked to me, and it made so much sense. And I've been training in Santa Barbara since 2008, working with people from the age of 12 all the way to age of 85, all different stages of life. And it's been a really wonderful ride for me.
Nice. So, Andy.
Awesome. So where are you from, Stephani, and where did you get your training, and where did you go to school for this?
I'm originally from Huntington Beach, California, but I went to school at UCSB.
Go Gauchos.
And yes, go Gauchos. And my training for this came through the biomechanics and the exercise and sports studies program at UCSB.
Sweet. Well, I'm on a softball team here in town, so if I ever need a fill-in, I'm calling you.
Absolutely.
No. So, other than sports itself, do you work with teams? Do you work just individually with patients, or how does it work?
Generally, I work individually with patients. People will come to me with, say, a dislocated shoulder, and I will diagnose why is that shoulder dislocated, and I will teach them basic movements and start building strength and flexibility and doing the necessary body work that's required to get whatever particular joint moving properly again.
Stephani actually retrained me on walking. So that's been fascinating to just watch how my body has responded to having proper posture and changing how I walk.
Absolutely. Most of our injuries come from doing our normal everyday life, from bending over and picking something up wrong, or from throwing the ball improperly, or just walking down the street with terrible posture. And once you get the body in alignment, it wants to work for you. It's designed to work well for you without getting injured. But if we stress it and we sit in chairs and we don't do the necessary rehabilitation work to get us back up tall and get the muscles working properly, then we're going to go down the path of injury.
And working with young kids and teenagers, what are some of the more common issues or problems you see with those still in development?
I tend to find a lot of hypermobility of joints. The kids are still pretty flexible, but they haven't learned how to stabilize their joints, meaning, I worked with Erica's son, John, and he's a baseball player, and so he knows how to throw the ball really, really hard, but he doesn't have the proper muscular support in his back to support that joint. And so that's what I worked on with him, and I taught him how to stabilize his shoulder blades and build that strength that he needs so he can throw the heck out of the ball.
Yeah, nice.
So do people also come to you for like meniscus or ACL rehabilitation?
Absolutely. Any knee injury tends to be mismanagement or misuse of the hips and misuse of the legs in general. And so I tend to teach people how to use their hips, use their legs and their glutes to create power and movement, and also to have the proper flexibility to support that.
I'm running again, and I haven't ran in, a decade, and I'm amazed. My knees do not hurt.
Yeah. It's amazing what those glutes will do for you and knowing how to use them.
All right, just say, hypothetically speaking, you worked with somebody that just say, hypothetically, Achilles, just to throw out something. I'm just saying, it starts with an A, so I just wanted to start with Achilles. Like,
sure.
Say both Achilles. Say somebody had an Achilles problem in both sides. So what would you say, if you were on the telephone, you didn't get to see the person, and you were just say it was one of those internet questions? Just saying.
With an Achilles issue, it tends to be that your body is looking to propel itself by overstretching your Achilles tendon rather than getting the full support up the posterior chain, calves, hamstrings, and glutes. And so if you picture like a jet ski or a jet boat, it sends a stream of water back behind it so it can move forward. And it's the same idea with walk. When we walk, we are meant to push our legs back behind us, not just from the foot, but the entire thigh is meant to go into extension of the hip, which will then allow the glute max to engage. So if you have an Achilles tendon issue, you're probably using that Achilles tendon and that soleus muscle down there in the calf to propel your body rather than the entire chain of muscle all the way up to the hip.
So it's a retraining of how the person's walking and the weight distribution and the muscles that they're
Exactly. And so the body is always looking for a way to do things for easier and cheaper. You're always looking to save energy. And that's why these behaviors come into play. And so I just start teaching you, okay, now this is how I actually want you to use your muscles through this proper range of motion. And then sometimes it may not be necessarily just a strength or a not knowing how to do it, but you just have flexibility issues that need to be addressed too. And so we add in the flexibility training.
It's amazing getting my, can I say ass? Getting my
hiney. You can always say hiney at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Getting this large muscle to do the work for me. I mean, I literally think about it while I'm walking and running, and I'm thinking about engaging it. And it has totally changed how I'm going about how I do things. And what really impressed me, I've moved twice in the last 60 days, and I worked really hard both those days, carrying boxes up and down steps and doing a lot of stuff. I never injured myself. And that's what impresses me about working out with Stephani, is that I'm literally learning how to use my body so that I don't get hurt.
All right, we're going to take a little break, but Stephani, why don't you give your contact information? Because I know people are getting piece of paper and pencil as we speak.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give you my email address. You can contact me at Stephani Miller. That's StephaniMiller24@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Stephani, don't go away. We have another section with you, but we've got to take a break. It's go time. This is Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. And Hallie, where else are we?
We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Teen Sports Radio.
That's nice.
I feel like I missed one.
Yeah, it's all right. But
okay.
They'll figure it out.
Okay.
YouTube. Did you say YouTube?
YouTube.
Yeah, I like that. You got to check out the YouTube. We've got
Have
some
we done
great
the
YouTube.
LinkedIn?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
We need you to link them.
Jeez.
How do you not know?
All right. So what happened was we're getting kind of crazy because we were watching you pull out all the filaments. So during that whole last section, you have been filamented by Brian Falk.
Nobody else calls them filaments except for you.
I know. I like it because I don't want to say needles because my friends go, ooh, I don't like needles. So if I do the filaments,
does that sound better? Filaments? Or maybe I should start using that.
Yeah. People just have this thing with noodles.
Dr. Filament.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you should know subliminal messages and
that's true. You're right. I got to get a different image. You're right. You're right. I say pins. How about pins? Filaments. No. Even worse.
It's even worse.
Okay, I got to think about this
because it's so thin. It's like thinner than a strand of hair.
Filaments.
You know,
filament.
Yes,
exactly.
like a pie filament, a lemon pie filament.
That's it.
Yeah. What's interesting is when
have you ever had acupuncture before?
I have.
Okay.
I have, and I've used it with my kids. I highly recommend it to people. It's a wonderful form. Once you know what's happening with your body, it works really well to help your body system rebalance. But what I feel is when I'm having acupuncture done, I know it's hit the right place when I literally feel my energy shift as soon as the needle's in, and then I'll usually feel like just a general tingling sensation because there's energy or focus in that place, and then my body tends to relax and just my breathing opens up, and I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's amazing how the body understands what to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's because now that you've got your 2-pack and you've got that line down your stomach and now you've been filamented, I mean, you're having a glorious morning.
You got to pull her down from the ceiling. She's floating away.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, are you supposed to drink a lot of water after you do acupuncture? I've never had it done to me before.
I'd say with pretty much any type of therapy, yes.
Yeah,
you're going to be dehydrated in some way, even just by talking with somebody in therapy. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
All right, we're back to Stephani Miller is in the house, guest of Dominique.
Yeah, I wanted to share one other thing that I really love about having a personal trainer is that it really gets me in my body. And I've had experiences with Stephani where I've worked on a particular muscle that I didn't recognize wasn't strong. And as I worked through that muscle, I've had things come up. I've had emotions and sensations, and Stephani is really excellent in just creating that space so I can feel whatever it is that my body's telling me, and then my body recovers the strength that I was missing. So it's actually been this just really enjoyable, incredible integration session. So it's not just exercise; it's a whole body, mind, heart.
That's wonderful to hear because typically with most fitness programs or trainings, the physical body is only looked at, which is great. But like you said, emotions are part of it too, and images and anything else that comes up, old traumas, things that happen in the body. And so when people talk about, I'm doing body work, I'm healing my body, and they're just training, they're just lifting weights, they're missing that other huge component. So somebody like Stephani that's able to accept and value those emotions that come through the body, you're working at another level. I think it's more effective, and you're gaining more getting more healing with that. So it's great to hear.
It's where I really find that my clients will find some of the most healing times. We'll be doing an exercise and they'll be totally fine, and then we'll get to the other side and it's laughter or it's tears or it's fear. And in that moment, it's not your job to tell them why that's happening. It's just accept it, let them move through it, hold space for them, and you're going to see them come back a lot stronger. And maybe they need you to hold their hand a few times, but ultimately you're giving them the greatest gift because that's something that they didn't even know they were holding in that part of their body.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Stephani lets Dominique be Dominique.
Exactly.
And that's fantastic.
Yeah.
My other thing that I really appreciate is back. You're always getting me to think about using my back muscles.
Baby got back.
Back muscles.
A lot, Brian.
Whoa.
I always start my workouts and finish my workouts with the back muscles because they are some of the most neglected but also the most important muscles in the body. They're your foundation. I always tell people if you walked outside and the tires of your car were pointing in 4 different directions and the frame was bent, you aren't going to drive it home. And it's the same thing with your body. When you tweak and you slouch, all of your muscles are going to start working differently. They're not going to function for you, and so I try to get everybody into their back muscles, use that posterior chain, and all of their movements and become much more aligned and much stronger.
Nice. Great.
So I have a question. People can come to you for, what's the word? Rehabilitation, is that the word? Thank you. But also just to train.
Also, just to train, I'll also look at if you have a healthy joints and healthy body, we're going to look at how can we then make your movements even stronger, more supported. How can we take you to that next level? And so, like I said, I work with injuries, but I also work with athletes in just upping their game and creating a stronger body and stronger connection to their movements.
Stephanie, give us your contact information because we're almost out of time.
Again, my email address is Stephanie, Stephanie, Miller24@gmail.com.
It was amazing. Thank you so much, and please come back anytime you want. We really enjoyed this.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you very much.
Thank you for helping our teens here in Santa Barbara. I got to thank my teen co-host, Hallie Magee, for being here today. Thank you, Hallie, Dominique Hackett, Brian Falk. We had Andy Gill. Of course, Dr. D. We're nothing without Dr. D. And I got a big shout out. Put our hands together for Robert Burrows. He's our web guy. All of those ads and up there and all that money that we're generating is because of his generous efforts, okay? San Marcos High School football coach Ray Stevens and his two guests, Mark Herrera and Anthony Simentales, QB, and of course, Stephanie Miller. Thank you all. God bless Santa Barbara. Please tune in and join us next Tuesday at KZSB AM 1290 at 9:06 a.m. when we will go behind the scenes with the local students, athletes, coaches, parents, volunteers, and all other teen sports supporters. This is all brought to you by ePro Insurance Agency, leader in gift planning and wealth preservation since 1983. So please follow along and support our student athletes by reading the Santa Barbara News Press. And then join me, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, Dr. Dugan, my co-host, friends, teens, every week on the Santa Barbara News Press radio station.
Nothing's gonna ever bring you down. You're the best around. Nothing